Definitely, I want to talk about Flex Lewis.
Hany, Rambod, and Derek Lunsford talking about Flex Lewis. Wow, let's go, guys. We watch this. Okay guys, what's up? What's going on with all of you? Back again with me in my YouTube channel Joan Segala and the Bodybuilding Podcast. Okay, just a little bit fun. So guys, right now this video is about Flex Lewis, but this is from Hany, Rambod, and Derek Lunsford. Like we all know, this is really interesting because Derek Lunsford is one of the rivalry of the Flex Lewis. If we know back then in the 212 Mr. Olympia division. So I wanna really discuss with all of you guys. Okay, this is from Hany Rambod podcast talking about Flex Lewis with Derek Lunsford, which is the athlete of Hany Rambod, Derek Lunsford, and who recently winning the 212 Mr. Olympia this year. So before we go jump up into it, please click the button, ring that bell, subscribe, and let's go. Okay.
Speaking of digestion, I want to talk about Flex Lewis. Okay. Because he did have some problems with digestion, but he had it, I think, off and on for a good part of his career, if not his whole career. But I know that he had to deal with a lot of different things. But I know that you wanted to turn around and compete against him. You wanted to be able to stand on stage. And now that he's retired, how do you feel about that? Because I know that you've mentioned.
So, okay, before Derek Lunsford answer and making some statement, I wanna talking to all of you guys, okay? If you heard Derek Lunsford, what he said in this video, okay, he's gonna mention about he want to compete with Flex Lewis in the open class. That means Derek Lunsford right now this year, he's gonna switching to the open. I'm sure about that. Because why? Because he said, if he can have a chance, I wanted to compete against him in the open class bodybuilder, okay? But like we all know, Flex Lewis is retired this year. Okay, this year Flex Lewis retired, and Derek Lunsford hope he can going against Flex Lewis and compete with Flex Lewis in the open class. So the answer is he's gonna switching to the open.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I actually messaged him right away when I heard the announcement of his retirement. I said, I'm happy for him and his family and all the blessings God has given him through his hard work. But I was really hoping to be able to step on stage with him at least one more time, especially in the open.
Like I said.
And I said, but to be honest, I got to stand next to you twice in the 212, and that's more than most people can say. So it's a privilege to be able to do that, to say that. But I really, really, really wanted to step on stage with him here in the open, especially now working with you and a couple years down the road, both of us improving. I mean, the best physique I think he ever presented was the 2018 Olympia. And I think he smacked it out of the park, and he looked great. And I would have loved to seen him in the open with me in the open. And I think that would have been not just great for the both of us, but I think it would have been awesome for the fans of bodybuilding too.
Don't making some news and issue again about, is Derek Lunsford gonna doing open? Does Derek Lunsford gonna switching to the open? The truth about Derek Lunsford is going to the open or not? Well, you watch this video, he said officially gonna switching to the open. Period. Okay, he's gonna switching to the open. No, guys. Okay, I'm not get mad. Okay, I'm not get mad. Just a kidding. Okay, just for fun. Guys, do you think Derek Lunsford is really happy for Flex Lewis because he's retired and soon have a kids? Or if he feel disappointed, he cannot being able to compete with Flex Lewis in the open? What do you all guys think? Does he really happy for Flex Lewis, or he feel disappointed? I'm not found the right answer, and I'm not found the 100% officially answer for him right now.
So it's disappointing that I don't get that opportunity, but at the same time, I'm like super happy for him and his family. Like he just had a newborn.
Yes.
And like, so I mean, it's his choice. I mean, he, you know, like I said, God's truly blessed him and his family, and I'm very happy for him. But you know, selfishly, I would have loved to.
Okay, guys, that means he feels both. Okay, he feels both, happy and disappointed, happy and sad.
I think all of us as a fans are
yes.
selfish to say we'd love to see him continue, because I was hoping that we would get one more last hurrah and say, hey, let's get Flex out there. But all in all, the reason why I'm bringing it up, because you're a one-time Olympia 212 champion, he's 7-time Olympia champion, and I know how hard it is for you to want to continue to like go, hey, look, I really would love to see just myself stretch my legs. This guy did it for 7 years, kept sucking down. The mental mind F this whole thing was for him to be able to have to continuously say, I'm going to have to burn off some muscle, because I guarantee you he burned off muscle to make weight. Yeah, guaranteed.
Agree, 100%. Of course, if you want to make a weight for your, on stage and want to making some 212 diffusion or 212 competitors, or maybe if you're really open bodybuilder want to make weight, of course you need to have off season and you have to burn your muscle, your built-in off season to making a stage weight. Of course, 100% agree with that. If you people like me who don't have muscle in the first time in the beginning, well, if you cut down, you're just gonna look like human bone, like me. I'm just a kid, I'm skinny. I think that could be a lesson for you, okay? To making some stage weight is not easy, guys, okay? It's not easy. You have to suffering, you have to sucking down, you have to feel like shit, you have to, I cannot explain in detail, but it suffer, okay? It suffer, okay? You looks good, but suffer.
And to do that over and over and over again, he's won 7 in 212, Phil is 1-7 in open, and to think that what we would have had to go through to try to go and make weight for Phil or someone's situation is just, it's really mental, because your body, it's called bodybuilding.
Exactly. I was about to say that. And that's literally, people ask me like about the 212 and open myself. I'm like, look, I want to be the best bodybuilder I can be. I want to continue to grow and shape and mold my physique. And I want to have no limitations to that. That has been my overall mindset from the very first moment I started bodybuilding.
Clear. Derek Lunsford is switching to the open. 100%, okay? Don't making any issue and some news again. He's switching to the open, guys.
So I can imagine, 7 times sucking down to the 212, he's probably thinking, I just really just want to let loose and be 225 on stage and just present this to the world.
Exactly, because you don't see the mental aspect of how hard it is. It's so much more like wrestling now, when you have to suck in and try to make weight.
I'm gonna making the title of this video, Derek Lunsford officially going to the open, or Derek Lunsford switching to open. What you all guys think? So that's the podcast, bodybuilding podcast. I want to talk and discuss with all of you guys, okay, about Derek Lunsford and Hany Rambod talking about Flex Lewis retired, and that's the official answer from Derek Lunsford. He's gonna switch into the open or not. But what you all guys think? If Derek Lunsford said like this, does he really switch into the open? But in my prediction, he's gonna switch into the open. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'm your host Joan Sagala, signing out. May God bless you all.